So welcome along, everybody, to Super League Raw News on Monday, the 29th of April. Round number 9 has been, and it has gone. And there were some great tries, wasn't there? A star is born, maybe, there at Headingley. Riley Lunn, what a fantastic debut for him against Hull FC. More about that later on. Two teams that have been in the headlines over the last week. First and foremost, of course, the Salford Red Devils. Paul Rowley, for the first time, has spoken to the media post his, well, letting down Hull FC. This is what he had to say.
Mature decision between two clubs. And that's as far as it went, really. They and I came to the conclusion that I'm happy, I value happiness, and we left it at that. And there's nothing more to say, really. It's that happens in every walk of life, and that's generally the bit that includes me is private business, and in any walk of life, like it would be if I asked you all the similar sort of questions. So, without being rude, that's kind of the answer that I would give to you all as well. So that probably saves anybody else asking any more questions about that. But it was both clubs were respectful, obviously, and good and professional, so that's good.
But what's your decision at
the end? We didn't get to that far down the line.
No, I think ultimately, I've always said it about him and his coaching staff are the best signings this club will ever make going forward. I just think what them three in particular have between them, but the knowledge of them guys is pretty special, and it would have been a travesty for the club to lose him. And again, didn't speak much about it. I kind of leave him to make his own decisions. But me and the boys were hoping he didn't go, because we see the stuff that was happening externally, and we were just hoping that he didn't, because obviously we understand how lucky we are to have him, and hopefully we can keep him here for many more years to come, because them days are pretty special. I think as a Salford fan, I've been through watching years of Salford where we get battered by them sorts of teams, and the fact that we turn up now to expecting to win internally is pretty special. And I've never really seen that from a Salford team. So I feel lucky to have him and Kurt and Chrissy as part of our coaching team, and I think that's pretty evident in how the boys respect him. Obviously, I see it daily, every week, how much they respect the boys have for these three. So yeah, it would have been a disaster if he went.
You said you were hoping that Rowley didn't know. Did they ever get to the point where you messaged him or called him, say what you thinking, basically?
I begged him.
You begged him?
No,
He didn't.
I think ultimately he's his own man, isn't he? And I think ultimately he's going to get attention, isn't he? I think for what he's done for this club, he's going to get attention. So at any sort of big club, would be stupid not to approach him. Why wouldn't they? From what he's achieved here. So again, that's what I talk about how lucky we are to have him, because I've always said it. I think we've got the competition's best coach, and we should be lucky and we should be happy that he's with us.
A man in demand, Paul Rowley, of course. Hull FC coming in for him last week. I'm pretty certain that if other positions become available in Super League, he will be on the shortlist. He has to be, doesn't he? They played the Warrington Wolves at the weekend, got a very good 17 points to 12 win. And of course, we all saw the devastating injury to Leon Hayes. It's not looking good for the Warrington Wolves halfback. Surgery is expected in the next 48 hours for Leon. At the moment, it looks like it could be a season-ending injury for Leon Hayes. We all wish him the very best of luck and a speedy recovery. I was very hopeful in the Final Whistle podcast that we might have seen him at the latter end, albeit with each passing hour, that looks less and less likely. Let's take a look then at the results for round number 9. These was a great start to the weekend. St Helens 13, the Huddersfield Giants 12, very close. The Cowbell Army to upsetting the Saints on the home turf. Then the Robins outstanding against the Wigan Warriors, a 26 points to 10 win. The Tigers demolishing the London Broncos in 25 minutes of quite white-hot rugby league, 40 points to 0 for them. The Leopards turned on the style for the first time in 2024 with a 30 points to 2 win over the league leaders, the Catalan Dragons. Well, of course, joint. The Salford Red Devils 17, the Warrington Wolves 12. We just mentioned that there. And finally, yesterday, a better outing for Hull FC 12-18. The Rhinos, though, did, of course, get the job done. Let's start with that top game. The Saints against the Giants. Both Ian Watson and Paul Wellen spoke after the game.
We didn't get right in the first 10-12 minutes and it told on the scoreboard, so we got beat to the punch in a few areas there. We can't allow that to happen in big games moving forward, so that's a learn for us. What we might not think is an important play is an important play, because every play is important in the game, but I really like the way that from that moment on, defensively we were spot on again, a lot more like ourselves. We were a lot more patient with ball in hand. We adjusted a few things there attack-wise to try and help us. But with the way the game was going, it was a slow game. So with the way the game was going, it was never going to be a 20-30 point game. It was a game where you have to win tight. And like I say, we're not fortunate, but we're pleased to come out on the right side of it.
Muller is going to float the kick across. The catches are coming for it. He's caught by the Giants. Big chance here. Nagama against his former club, and it's over. The Huddersfield Giants do.
Two different halves. I think first half we were the better team. I think second half Saints were probably the better team. They won the field position. And them kind of games, Saints obviously used to being in them kind of games, them tight games, and they've come through on the other side. Do I think they deserved it? I'm going to say I think we deserved it. I thought the character and the kind of resilience that we showed, I thought was outstanding. Even the barrage that Saints threw on us in the second half, I thought to concede by a dummy half kind of carry is a little bit disappointing, but that's the only way they broke us down tonight. The other try obviously was an interception, and the try with Darryl Clark, I'd like to see the incident on Morgan Knowles. He seemed to stand up and lash out at Jake Connor, and then Jake's kind of petitioned, if you like, but then obviously the play's carried on, and it's cost us there a little bit. So I'd like to have a little.
By Knowles, they're 10 away here. Another lash out of the play of the ball. Connor's told to get on with it. Clark looking to pinch one. Darryl Clark is over. Saints celebrate.
To the referee.
Yeah, he's got to have kind of concentrate on the play that's happening and let the referee kind of referee the game there. But at the same time, probably if Jake Connor lashes out at somebody, it'd be interesting to see if the referee lets the play go on there.
Yeah, really tough game. Obviously, they've been going really well, Huddersfield. So, informed team. Got the jump on us early. 2 tries, some kicks. Obviously disappointing, but we thought his defence, apart from that, was pretty solid. They didn't come through us. So, not the prettiest game, but 2 good teams going at it. Could have gone either way, and lucky for us, Johnny comes up with something special at the end there. Had a couple of niggles over the past couple of weeks, so to miss the whole game, freshen up a little bit, and then look after me minutes wise this week. So obviously we've got Mo who can do a class job at 9. So like I say, not limited minutes, but a bit less than normal, which obviously good. Keep me nice and fresh.
St Helens. Well, he said it wasn't played at, so Lomax is going to have a go. Johnny Lomax to win it. The coolest man.
I thought it was back to 1, so I just jumped out, and when the ref took 5 up, Johnny was the first person I saw, and obviously he comes up with 1 step drop goal like that. Was it 35 metres? So hats off to Johnny, but he's a master at practicing his craft. So it doesn't surprise me when I see him come up with stuff like that.
More great content there from Saints TV. Make sure you Saints fans that you're subscribing to that to get all the latest news from your club. Paul Wallen saying that he didn't think they were fortunate. Ian Watson believing that they were. Where were you at with that one? It was a fascinating game. I think Huddersfield played really well, especially in that first period. And, of course, Jake Connor really did let his team down, didn't they, in that game? Of course, they now slide out of the top 6 due to Salford's win over Warrington, 17 points to 12 that we spoke about a few moments ago. Like I say, Jake Connor will want his time again, trying to manage the game when really he should have been concentrating. You never turn your back on a play the ball, Jake. Just out of this world, really, in terms of what made him do that. But there you go. That's life. It's in the record books, and Saints get a win. There'll be a few people that'll be, hanging on every word that Welland said there in terms of big games that are coming up. Was he being a little bit patronising to Huddersfield? I don't think he was. I think he was talking about playoff rugby league and perhaps grand finals, of course, the bigger games of the season. I don't think he was being disparaging in any way, shape or form to the Huddersfield Giants. A great, great win for Castleford Tigers at the Jungle at the weekend. Of course, they've only had 1 win, that 1 win against Salford in the league this year. Back, of course, London Broncos comes to town, and many people thought this was going to be a real tussle. Could London get their first win of the season? Not a bit of it. Castleford really did put them to the sword. A happy Craig Lingard spoke after the game.
We're a potential banana skin game, that one, where we could have quite easily slipped up, and I thought I was pleased that we didn't come in it with any sort of apprehension. I thought the guys were confident. They've been real confident all week in the prep, and I thought we prepped real well for the threats that London had. They've got a great kicking game, London, great short kicking game, score a lot of tries off kicks, and I think it sort of worked conversely for us, that because we've done a lot of that in this week in training, we've got better at attacking kicks ourselves, scored a few tries off kicks, so that was a pleasing aspect. Real good to score a lot of points, but I guess for a coach, you're always pleased when you don't concede any. And I thought the attitude tonight was epitomised by Corey Hall in the corner right at the very end. It could have been quite easy for him to give up on that. And what does it matter? It's 40 points to 4 or 40 points to 6 if he kicks the goal. But we were talking about it all the way through the game, that we wanted to chase that 0 and keep a clean sheet. And I'm really pleased that the effort at the end just sort of epitomised how it went all the way through the 80 minutes.
I didn't think it was a 40-0 game, to be honest with you. When it was 12-0 up, me and Shaz were looking at you and thinking, how is it 12-0? I know it was, because the way we defended there, our edge D was really poor. We give them everything they wanted from those shots, really. So, and we're 12-0 down. I just thought we were very, very good physically, the way we carried the ball, making metres. Defensively, we were good in the middle as well. And then, before you know it, we're 12-0 up. And then, obviously, we have the good ball turnover, the offload that goes to Cass, and then the missed kick to touch. And then from there on, it was just catastrophic, wasn't it, in terms of the points we conceded, and the game was done.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, mate. I've mentioned previously, I think he's a player that's maybe just needed that little bit of love and a bit of feeling that he's wanted somewhere, and he's got that confidence that that left wing position's his own. He's earned that right now, and we wanted to stay with us for a lot longer than this season as well. So that left edge has been really good. Alex Mellor's been playing great this season. Sam Wood has been fantastic since he's coming from OKR. I think Milky's been decent down that left hand side as well. So it's a real strong left edge for us. That's scoring a lot of points down there.
He's good. He's one of us, isn't he? He's someone that we've been developing for a period of time now, and he's since I've taken over, he's probably played 50-60 games for me. It's like 50 games in Championship, and he's played every game this year as well. So Ollie's attacking game in particular, it's been good. His kicking threat is good. I know that Linus was, they were looking at our kicking game as a threat. He did some nice touches tonight.
So there you go, and you heard Craig Lingard talking about that left edge, the Wood, Mellor and Innis senior combination. 449 metres came from those three, and when you consider that Castleford made 1,493 in the whole game, that left edge incredibly potent. Innis senior in sparkling form in 2024. That's his 9th try of the season now, really playing very, very well. If it wasn't for Adam Swift, he would be top of the try-scoring chart. You do feel that Craig Lingard will be quite relieved to have got that win, and also the manner of the win. They go up against the Leigh Leopards this week. That's going to be a really interesting game as well. Can they back it up, or can Leigh go on? Again, we'll get to Leigh in a few moments' time. But congratulations to the Castleford Tigers. Great to see, again, Mike Eccles really open and honest in his post-match press conference. If you haven't seen it, go to the London Broncos on YouTube and catch the entire interview. Right, some Super League Raw news now for you. If you've missed it, here's the announcement. Super League Raw Weekly is not on tomorrow night on Tuesday. No, it's not. It's on Wednesday this week, 8 p.m. We've had to put it back 24 hours for other commitments. We are there for Super League Raw Weekly, but it will be on Wednesday at 8 p.m. on all the usual channels. Tomorrow night, though, for your viewing pleasure, will be in conversation with that man, Mr. Craig Lingard. He sat down with me last week. So Craig Lingard, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, available on YouTube and across all of our podcasting platforms. Get Craig Lingard's interview tomorrow. Of course, Super League Raw Weekly on Wednesday, we will be announcing the coach of the month for April, the player of the month for April, the team of the month as well. It's a big bumper show that we're going to have on Wednesday. Make sure you're there at 8 p.m. And of course, returning in May on the 13th is this. Welcome one and all to the first Super League Raw quiz. 9% Rowley. And the good news for those who didn't get the fastest finger first is that everybody is wrong. It's Alan Tate. And I think weren't you 6 out of 20 after 5? What happened there in the last 5?
I got them all wrong, didn't I?
Well, clearly.
I just think...
There you go. Hopefully you had your eyes absolutely peeled on that action. We've now got 10 questions that are going to come off the back of the action that you have just seen. And Steph's winning by 4 now. This is not just unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Win this still. Hopefully everybody's still enjoying it. It's better than your average Monday night, I would have thought, I would hope.
Yeah. Ultimate Warriors theme song.
Sammy, bang on, sir. That's right. It's the Ultimate Warriors theme. The girl that has been talking all night, saying that she's got everything wrong, the one who's giving us a bit of karaoke all evening. 6 minutes and 14 seconds. Dawn, congratulations. You are getting an official KR rugby ball. Go and get it signed on It was a great night, and it's back on the 13th of May at 8 p.m. The Super League Raw Quiz Night. Tickets go on sale for non-members this weekend. Members, keep an eye out in your email inbox. Of course, you will be automatically enrolled for free as part of your membership. Come and join us. Dawn, of course, the winner last month, got herself a signed rugby ball. There will be a great prize once again for the winner. You want to be involved. Great chat, great sport. Everybody enjoyed it. Come and be a part of the fastest growing online rugby league community. You just can't beat Super League Raw. You may notice that I'm wearing a Super League Raw t-shirt, and of course we have launched our t-shirt range. There you can see the Don't Go Out Tonight t-shirt for the Salford Red Devils, marching together since 1870 there, the Leeds Rhinos, the Wire, it's always our year, just like the last one, World Club Champions for the Wigan Warriors, as you can see there. And also we've got Welcome to the Jungle, the Catalan Dragons. We've also got a Robins one as well. They're available now for you to purchase, all the sizes for adults, infants and juniors. They are on our Patreon website under the shop. Go and check them out. Super League Raw just getting bigger and better every single time. And of course, any money raised, we continue to put our way back into the programming and the competitions for you. So, you know, it's a community that continues to grow, and we're loving doing it for you. We hope you're loving it too. Right, let's get back to the action of round number 9, and the Leigh Leopards. Well, they've had to wait a while, but they've got their 4 points now. A brilliant performance against the Catalan Dragons. Let's relive it. Enjoy it. You be the Roarers.
Switches inside and Lamb goes back in. He might get a chance here this time. Back into the middle for Kai O'Donnell.
And it's an exchange of passes between Matt Moylan and Lachlan Lamb. Really smart.
Building for a few weeks now. I thought we really turned a page a few weeks ago and our defence has been building, but stoked to get that one.
Here's Asiata, and he finds Moylan. Moylan is away here. Matt Moylan!
Goodness for that. What a great performance from the whole group, and that's what we're capable of if we get our heads down and working hard. And I'm just grateful that we've got what they've deserved, really.
Here he is, the big fella, Asiata. Brad Dwyer did well to keep hold of that. Dwyer's got himself a little bit of space, but he's running into bodies now. Kai O'Donnell. O'Donnell steps through. Kai O'Donnell will get a second try at the game.
Cheering me down the sideline, warming up, and that's what I love about our fans. No matter what happens, they're cheering for you. Win, lose, or draw, they're always going to turn up and be loud and proud.
Strike again here as Lamb comes towards the edge. High ball over the top from Moylan to Hanley.
I thought tonight was a real physical game. I think I already said that, but it was probably the most physical game we've played all season, and you know, to come through like that as well is a real credit to our forward pack. And yeah, that was a plan with Dwyer to bring him on at that point when the players are a little bit more tired. But you know, I thought really physical game, and I think that's exactly what we needed to after last week and moving forward.
Go and get all of those interviews in full at Leopards TV. And to our friends over at Love Rugby League, how you put Tex Hoy in your team of the week over Matt Moylan, I really do not know. A bit of a spoiler there, I think, well in advance of our announcement on Super League Raw as to who our team of the week was. But yeah, I'm sorry, as good as Tex Hoy was on his debut for the Castleford Tigers, Matt Moylan was unplayable against the Dragons. The Leigh Leopards will be feeling a lot happier off the back of this. 2 very winnable games now ahead of them coming up, and they will be feeling a lot happier. Like I say, they should be on 8 points, I think, in a couple of weeks' time. That's not being disrespectful to the teams they're playing, but they will want to be on 8 points and really knocking on the door of the top 6. As for the Catalan Dragons, they've been very quiet post that defeat, and of course they come back to the UK this week to take on the Wigan Warriors this Thursday night. They're going to have to bounce back and bounce back big, because of course the Wigan Warriors fell to Hull KR, and Willie Peters was over the moon.
Field, I think he was going over the top, and Kieran thought it was for him. It's play on, it's all on, everybody stopped, but Tanginoa doesn't. There's a big chase going on from O'Neill, but Tanginoa will win it.
It was the players obviously not happy with you know what they did and what we did last week, and it was always going to be the players that were going to turn it around. They worked hard during the week. They were extremely focused for this game, and it shows, you know, when they do put their mind to something, they can achieve what they want, and that's what I'm most happy about. Is, you know, when you give this side a task or a challenge, you know, they accept it, they take it on, and they want to do their community and fan base proud, and they did that tonight.
Absolutely brilliant performance this from Hull KR. After going down very heavily to the Catalan Dragons the week before, they really did put Wigan to the sword, especially in that first period. Brilliant game. We spoke at length about this on the Final Whistle podcast. Make sure you download that over the next couple of days. Go and make sure you get it on Apple, Amazon and Spotify. And on that, Ryan Birch, our newest Team Talk member, the way to join the membership is on the screen right now. He said that in his opinion, Kalepi Tanginoa has been their signing of the season. It's hard to disagree. Tanginoa in brilliant form. Another try from Kalepi. He really is an enforcer on the left edge for Hull KR. He was brilliant on the night, as was so many of the Hull KR players. Congratulations to Willie Peters and the team. They continue to remain in the top 6. As for the Wigan Warriors, like I say, they are going to be bruised and battered. they're going to come up against the Catalan Dragons. Both of those sides will be wanting to bounce back. Right, the last game of the weekend was yesterday at the MKM Stadium, where the Leeds Rhinos just about shaded a really, really tough game. Hull FC had a good go at this, and a new star arrived at Super League.
Better for longer, and I think we definitely were. I thought Ed and Yusuf were coming and did a good job for us. I think everyone stepped up a bit. We're still not where we want to be. You want the 2 points at the end of the day, but effort-wise, we weren't beat there again, which is great. But yeah, we actually moved the ball and got a bit of a share of possession, which really helped us to start playing a bit, and we should gain a little bit of confidence off it. Obviously, we didn't get the points, but yeah, plenty to take.
I thought we defended really well. We set our stall out to kick Chase well and make him kick from their own half, which I think we did a pretty good job at overall. Particularly pleased with a lot of the young kids, how they defended at the back end of that game when game was on the line, and there's a lot of pressure in that game, and we had a 21-year-old and two 18, 19-year-olds defending on the end of the line and coming up with important plays. So I thought defensively and overall energy, I thought was good today. Would have preferred a bit better execution of some of our stuff at times to apply a bit more pressure at the end of our sets, but overall came to do a job against a very spirited and energetic team today, and we got what we needed.
We're good, a bit rusty, but came with a bit of energy. Obviously, I thought he'd got a try saver in there. Did some good stuff, and obviously went out to the wing. We had Moy on the bench, and for those that have seen any of Moy, particularly in his reserves and academy stuff, he's agile and he can make people miss him. So that was the thinking around pushing Jack out and bring Liam off and let Moy have a go when we were looking for something towards the end of the game. But yeah, Jack's worked hard in the background. He'll be first to tell you a bit off it on the match fitness and that, but again, that's just only going to get better.
There's no better way, and on the back of that opportunity today, Riley Lum does that, and he's a kid that's come through our system. John Bastian and the team there, Tony Smith and the other Tony Smith, and Chev, even previously as academy coach, has done a terrific job with Lummy and Alfie Edgell particularly, that have featured so significantly there today under pressure. So really pleased for those kids.
Must have been the sort of debut that you'd dream of for Riley, you would think.
Yeah, he takes everything in his stride. He was telling me at the back end of last year he should have been playing. So he doesn't sort of lack confidence, but he also knew he had some work to do on his game and his body, and he's done that. I'm not surprised that he's done what he's done. He's a very talented young bloke. He's very tough. He understands the game. But it's game one. He needs to dust it off and get ready to go again. He'll likely, given Paul Momorowski's rolled his ankle today, so there'll be other opportunities for those young kids. So yeah, really proud of Lummy for fronting up and doing it the way he did today.
It was a bit nervy, tense,
and now it comes to this right edge. Momorowski getting the pass away for Riley Lum, who cuts back on the inside, and Riley Lum will mark his debut with a sensational try.
Well, firstly, it was a great following. However many people were there. When I walked up the grandstand and looked out there, I was like, oh, that's a great support. There was a portion of discontent. I didn't really understand. I can't, haven't got the best of hearing. I think too many concerts in my younger days has blasted my hearing a little bit, but I got the gist of it post game.
Despite the win, a pretty downbeat Rowan Smith, crystal clear that the fans chanting is now really starting to lodge in his head. And real shame to see that from Rowan Smith off the back of a win, like I say, quite downbeat. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on at the Rhinos over the next few weeks. Luckily for Rowan Smith, next up for him is the London Broncos. You would expect them to win that one. But from there, it could get quite interesting indeed. We'll keep an eye on that. As for Riley Lum, outstanding debut. What a performance from the young man. 166 metres from 16 carries, 2 tries on debut, 6 tackle busts, 2 clean breaks. It was a debut of dreams for Riley Lum. I think everybody who loves the game of rugby league loves to see young kids coming on the field and expressing themselves. And my Lord, did he express himself. Really looking forward to seeing him in the weeks and months ahead. You heard Simon Grix there talking about Moy coming on and shifting Jack Walker to the wing. We felt that was a real error. Didn't quite understand that. Go and watch In the Sheds. The entire 6 In the Sheds are available now for you on our YouTube channel for round number 9. Go and check them out. It's a different way of overseeing the games. We enjoy our In the Sheds here at Super League Raw. If you've not seen them yet, visit our YouTube page and make sure you watch In the Shed. As it says there, like, comment and subscribe. Whatever you're watching this on, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. We want to build the biggest and best community in rugby league here at Super League Raw. What does that do then for the league table? Well, the Saints and the Dragons now are equals first with 14 points apiece, but Saints have a better for and against. So a bad weekend for the Dragons. Both the Warriors and the Wolves went down at the weekend, which allowed the Robins and the Red Devils to come up to 12 points. 4 teams there on 12. And then just behind them, the Giants and the Rhinos on 10, with the Leopards getting their 4th point of the season, as did the Castleford Tigers. It's going to be interesting. Maybe, just maybe, after a third of the season, we're about to kickstart some really competitive games. Those, for me personally, those top 9 teams are all in contention for a playoff place at the end of the season. Beware of the Leopards. Right, also announced today is the team of the week for round number 9 by Super League itself, not our friends at Love Rugby League who put Tex Hoy at fullback. I have to have a little chuckle at that one. But Matt Moylan, he got the nod for the Super League panel. Ellis Senior and Riley Lum, they were on the wings. Gildart and Lafay were the centres. Croft and Lomax picked at the halfbacks. Tom Amone, Jesse Sue, the 2 props. Paul McShane, he got the hooking role. Kai O'Donnell, Kalepi Tanganoa, and Luke Yates. What are your thoughts on that team? It's not a bad one, is it? We haven't done our analysis yet. Obviously, we saw the game in the naked eye. I would expect quite a few of those players to maybe feature in ours as well. But we will announce our team of the week in usual Super League Raw style this coming Wednesday, 8 p.m. on YouTube, Twitter, and on Facebook. It's going to be a big show. Like I say, team of the week, coach of the team of the week, team of the month, coach of the month, player of the month. It's all going to be there for you on Wednesday. We will be discussing as well all the latest news. Word out of Australia that Lewis Dodd being lined up for a 5-year contract to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. I'm sure that'll be discussed on Wednesday. Please do come and join us. Don't forget the tickets for the quiz. More on that on Thursday's news. But for now, that is your news update on Monday, the 29th of April. We hope you enjoyed going around the grounds yet again. Super League Raw, getting you all the interviews, all the good stuff that's on social media in one place on a Monday for you to enjoy, so that you get a good understanding of what not is only going on in your own club, but throughout this wonderful league of ours that is the Betfred Super League. Best competition in the world, greatest sport. It's fantastic, isn't it? We will see you on Thursday, and hopefully we will have your company on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Bye for now.